Welcome to Filmburgh Live, Episode 8. Good evening, everybody. I'm Pollock Taylor. Thank you so much for being here. If you're watching tonight with us live, I appreciate it. If you're watching it 100 years from now, I appreciate that view too. So, if you don't know who we are, we like to start the show off by letting you know we're Filmburgh. We're a small collective of artists and entrepreneurs just trying to live free doing what we love. So we started a few ventures, this being one of them, to really try to build the community of Pittsburgh artists and entrepreneurs and just show how closely related we both are. Now, tonight we have an excellent guest in the house. We're very, very excited. And we are, you know, just trucking along. Happy to be here for episode 8. Hey, Wes, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. We're on episode 8, the Great 8. I'm excited. Yes, yes. So what's new in the world? Captain Marvel is flying in the box office right now for Marvel. It's doing really good, and the Avengers Endgame trailer dropped shortly after that, and it's been getting really good feedback.
Well, as we all know, I love superheroes. If you can't tell, I'm representing Black Panther tonight.
Yes.
And I have to say that I am always looking forward to a new Marvel movie. I got to see Captain Marvel, and a lot of the reviews people were giving it were saying that it was a very convoluted type story. And I really disagreed. I thought that they did what they could to tell what was already a bizarre story. But I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see Endgame, like even more now, you know? So, what's the last Marvel movie you saw, Wes?
Oh boy.
Yeah, okay, get out of here. All right. All right, all right. So, let's move on. Let's get our guest introduced. We have a really, really exciting guest with us today. He started the, I believe, stop me if I'm wrong, but this is the official LGBT channel on Roku. And it broadcasts out of a two-room studio here in Pittsburgh. Is that how it works? I guess we're about to learn. Here, let me introduce you to a really amazing man doing really cool stuff out in this world, David Stanton. How are you doing, David?
Good.
Hey, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
I wish my studio was just 2 rooms.
Oh, is that what I said? Did I say just 2 rooms?
Yeah.
In just 2 rooms? But you're the official Roku channel with just 2 rooms. You know?
Oh, no, that's how we started.
Oh, cool. So, well, hey, I've only read the article. So you're here to inform us
how we started.
of where it's at. So tell us all about Gay Life TV.
You can check it out online.
Yeah.
We are there's studio tours. Like the Post Gazette did a studio tour.
Okay.
Of the I think there's like a video in there too. You didn't know that? That's fine.
No, what?
Oh, I thought you'd never been to the one studio that was on Penn Avenue. Obviously.
No.
Oh.
Where's your studio now?
It's on. If I do that, it's on Bigelow Boulevard.
Okay, excellent.
It's actually up the street from my house.
Okay.
It used to be on Penn Avenue, but now it's a warehouse space.
Oh, neat. Okay. So now, to operate a channel on Roku, you have to provide content for the full 24-hour day, correct?
Well, it depends on the type of channel you're going to do.
Okay.
If you're going to do a live broadcast, then you have to have, 24 hours a day. Then you're going to have content. Not like a full 24 hours of stuff that's different. You would do maybe 6-hour blocks or 12-hour blocks of enough. Believe me, like if you have to make sure you have the rights to play these things. Also, you have to have the rights to play them. So you have blocks of videos. We've made our own. Or you can just ask people that make video content as well. They'll be willing to give it to you. Usually, you can find it, whatever. So you make blocks of, intervals of 6 or 12 hours. And then you just have them repeat. That's what the TV station does. Shoot, watch Laugh TV. Like, you know what I mean? I think they do 2-block interviews or intervals.
Okay.
Or I think they do like 6 blocks intervals.
Okay.
And then they just repeat.
Okay.
And then what I do is I set up, like our live broadcast, that's what I do. Is I set up...
I've seen some of your live broadcasts, or at least what get replayed.
Oh yeah, exactly. So I have stuff. So I do blocks, and they're just replaying. But my system, what I have it doing is choosing a random. So I change the playlist every 2 weeks.
Okay,
so to speak.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then I have my system choose randomly what videos to play. And then if I want to break in and do a show that's at a certain time, then I just go to. Then I also have my cameras hooked up to my system that's running the broadcast thing.
Okay.
Then I literally just go over to the cameras and start broadcasting away.
So very cool. So it sounds like, hey, if you want to start a Roku channel, you can. You just need at least, a couple hours of content.
Well, anybody can start a Roku channel.
Very cool.
So there's 2 types of Roku channels. There's private Roku channels, and that's the one anybody can start.
Okay.
And you can start a whole business around it, and you would give out your Roku address to people.
Okay.
And they can go to it, and they would just literally go to the link you gave them, and then next time they go onto the Roku, it's magically there. And or you could have one that I have, which is a little bit different, where it's also listed in their channel store. So their channel store means that if you go to the Roku channel itself, they have a thing you can search for channels.
Yeah.
So you could be in their search results. That's the only difference. Well,
the master mute sometimes.
Oh.
I changed the threshold on it because we ran into that last time. It always seems to be the guest mic, but like I said, it's a live show. Wouldn't be a live show without anything going wrong.
Now to qualify for a live channel, to be in their channel store, so they have certain qualifications that make it different than a private channel. But you can have either or if you meet all the conditions and qualifications, which just means you have to have quality content. You have to have enough to actually have a channel worthy of being in the Roku channel store. So if you're going to do a channel that's on-demand video only, just make sure that you're always changing your videos.
Okay.
At the very least, once a month.
Okay.
Just keep changing them up that way. You don't have to have a live channel. But the future for this is called what is it called? What is, like, when you use Roku? I forget the name of it. It's like cutting the cable, but there's a word for it. When more people are doing that, using Rokus, Chromecasts, and stuff like that, or smart TVs. Anyways, so so what the bigger places are starting to do now is have their live stream, which is their channel, on there as well.
Okay, yeah.
So, and then usually it's without the commercials or a pause or something. Like mine is commercial free. Or else they'll charge a subscription where you get no commercial. Like I have Hulu.
Yeah.
But like I watch all my stuff on Hulu, but I pay for the non-commercial version.
Oh, me too.
Like to watch like the news without commercials is wonderful, isn't it? Because then you know they do build-ups. Oh, we come back.
Yeah. When we come back.
But they never say it until they... So, like, without commercials, you just...
Yeah, breeze right through.
The news is only, like, 5 minutes, folks. And then you have, like, 25 minutes of commercials.
So, when
But I charge subscriptions. That's how you can make money off Roku, is you charge subscriptions to not have commercials.
Right, yes. It's a similar model to YouTube now for YouTube creators, because you can charge...
Yeah, I pay for YouTube Red. But you mean, like, Patreon?
Well, no. So YouTube recently started offering channels once you have reached certain metrics to be able to charge subscription prices for another level of access to your content through YouTube. So pretty much what they've done is they've alleviated the need for Patreon for YouTube creators. So Patreon's still viable for like independent musicians maybe, and other types of artists or maybe small businesses and stuff like that. But I think that was what they were going for, is to take that, you know, piece of the pie from Patreon and to make it something that was included in something that most people are already making their living through when they're doing this long term, you know?
Well, remember, everything you put on YouTube, YouTube also owns.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Hey, if I didn't have YouTube to put this on, this really wouldn't be worth
Well, you know,
much.
here's where you might think that. Like today I was watching Gay Life Television, and I was watching some older shows that we did when we first started called Drag Talk.
Okay.
And they're done really well too.
Okay.
But then I'm glad that I'm the only one that owns them. Like, you're not going to find them on YouTube and shit like that.
Sure.
And so then these things become classic, and therefore, since you're the only one that owns them, you can monetize them on your own Roku channel. You know, things like that. So, for me, like, I don't post... I post... Look, I make robots and stuff. That's what my shirt says.
Nice.
But, I post, like, my robotic videos on YouTube, and maybe, like, videos that aren't necessarily super part of my channel. Like, I'll make music videos and just stupid shit.
Yeah.
I'll post those on YouTube. Nobody ever watches them. I mainly just put them on there so I could delete them from my hard drive.
Yeah, so you can download them if you need to later.
Right, but well, not even that, because like even when you re-download them, you don't get the quality back or something. Even if you download the original. You know, I don't know. So there's something to be said with actually archiving your own content, and just the problem is sticking with it. I have been in Gay Life Television for a long time, and it's my third. Like, you know,
when did it start?
Like, it started in it was my third TV station that I started. Well, like, yeah. And so then it started when I came back from Oklahoma, where I started Exotic Animal Television.
Okay.
So I would say it started in 2000, like 13 or 14.
Okay, so it's still within its first
Maybe
decade.
Sooner than that, or later than that.
But with Roku, was Gay Life TV designed to be a Roku channel specifically? Is that when you started it, that was the initial idea?
Yes, it was. Like, I found out about Roku.
Yeah. If it gets too loud, here, you can keep talking. I'll fix that.
Great. What's I saying? I bought a Roku. I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
How can you have like all your stuff on there? And so at that time I was doing like some video stuff with Brian T from, and you know, Public Access Channel.
Okay.
So I had already been making videos, and I would go down and I would cover things like Pride, and I would do it I would edit it and all this stuff, and then show it on the channel or on PC TV, they called it. And so then I was like, I'm all about making money. so I was like, I'm just giving this stuff away. So then I was like, well, Roku. Then I got a Roku, and then I thought about it. I was like, I could build a business around this, like where I can have my own. I could create my own TV station.
Yeah.
I go, so that's what I thought. And then I literally started doing it for a place, the gay newspaper here in Pittsburgh called Out.
Okay.
So I started a thing there called Out TV, but I still didn't own it then. I used to call it Out. It was officially called Out TV, powered by Gay Life TV.
Ah, okay.
And then so I was actually doing the Out thing first, and then I got asked to go do exotic animal television.
Okay.
And then I left Out, and then went down to Oklahoma and started that. And then when I came back from that is when I started Gay Life TV officially, where I wanted to be my own stuff. And then, but that's when I got a Roku and all that. Like, it was like, I don't know, a year or two before I went to Oklahoma. But anyways, I just thought it was cool. And then I decided to build a business around it and had some space. And so then I just started, like, I knew a lot of drag, because I'm a DJ as well.
Cool.
And so from working at all the clubs, and we used to have drag shows. So I knew all the drag queens.
Yeah.
And I was like, these people are great for camera. So I started just doing talk shows being hosted by drag queens. And then later evolved into like doctors, and just all, just kind of evolved into TV shows.
Yeah.
Just the way they are on TV is the same exact way we do.
Yeah.
And then, then I just started, but I always kept the content exclusive so that you would have to go to Gay Life TV to watch them. You wouldn't be able to go to YouTube.
Right.
And so therefore I'm getting your money and I'm getting your time and attention. And like I said, like I literally don't go to work, because people pay to watch content that I've created.
Yeah.
Or deals that I have, because all the content I use I can use. So I evolved in creating deals to get enough content for a 24-hour station.
Gotcha. Okay.
How you do that is you make, like, if you see stuff on YouTube that people are doing, say you watch somebody's doing a videos every week or so.
Yeah.
And it's a drag queen.
Okay.
Or whatever you like. It could be any kind of videos you like. You could call them and mess them, say, you want to be, can I use your videos? Put on my station thing I'm creating.
Yeah.
And all of them are like, yeah. A lot of them want to do videos with you, and it's so easy to get people and to get content. If you want content, just ask for it. That's all. You ain't gotta steal it. Just ask for it. And like, if you use content that's not, that you can't use, it usually sucks anyways. The way to get good content is to create it or to ask somebody. There's millions, literally millions, of people on YouTube, and if you like any of their shows, you can contact them, and they will let you use their videos.
Well, that's really cool.
So there's no shortage of content.
Well, that's really interesting. I'm sure that we're going to have a lot more questions about, what you're doing now, how you continue. So it sounds like when you're looking for new content, you reach out to your community and try to foster new content that way. Do you spend a lot of time producing new content besides the live segments that you do?
Well, I've become so streamlined now because I've been doing it for so long. So I have so many deals with content creators, and then they, just like a TV station, like Channel 11 doesn't make produced by Channel 11.
Sure.
Except the news. They have content creators. They get shows are given to them, or they pay for them. So it's the same thing with Gay Life TV. We pay for some of them, but what we do is we have a service that we pay a fee to, and then we get a library of movies and everything that we can rebroadcast. So we can go into this library and pick out movies, and we get a link, so to speak, that we can use professionally to broadcast.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
So there's services like that. That way I don't have to store all the videos, like movie. Or you could you know, just ask somebody. They'll give you links to their videos that you can share on your website. But do I make? I make way less content. I mean, I used to produce 9 shows a week.
Oh wow! Okay.
Like all different talk shows.
Oh,
and then it was up to 11 at one time. I was like,
oh.
So then I was like, I could just pay people to do this.
Sure, yeah. Especially
or
if you
get
already
people
have...
to just give me their stuff. Because people would always ask me all the time, can you put my videos on your show? Can you on your channel? Can you?
Sure.
You know, I was always getting offered content.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I making so much when I'm being offered so much of it?
Absolutely.
And then Gay Life Television was developed to highlight the gay community.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get new content that wasn't just produced by us anyways.
Yeah.
Because actually Gay Life Television's role isn't even to produce content.
Okay.
It's to broadcast that thing. I mean, we can't produce some, but our main goal is to show content that gay people create. Like I want to have gay movies that a gay producer made.
Sure, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Or talk shows that, you know, say this is a gay studio. I'd be showing your whatever a gay studio would be.
Absolutely. Yeah,
but you know what I'm trying to say. I'll be carrying your show or something like that. So it's to highlight and empower gay people.
Yeah, it's to
because we don't have enough powers.
Give a voice to the voiceless. Absolutely.
Right. We're not totally voiceless. Please.
No, hey, the last 20 years have seen a huge
Depends on what country you're in. To be honest with you.
Well, at least here. I mean, I remember what it was like growing up in the 90s, and then what it was like in high school in the 2000s, and now what it's like. It is at least a lot more culturally.
It's like a bazillion times better. Please, if I had Grindr when I was in high school or whatever, honey, I've never been feeling lonely up there when I was younger. Because when I was younger, I used to be almost wanting to commit suicide. Because I'm like, I am so gay, and there's nobody around, and nobody even knows what I'm going through. This is the worst thing I've ever like. Seriously, it's.
No,
it sucked. As a younger person growing up, like when they say it gets better, it did. They weren't lying. Nobody ever told me that. But if you think it sucks, it does get better. Really, way better.
Well, hey, I agree. I thought most of childhood sucked, and it does.
Well, imagine on top of that being gay.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
I could only imagine. Although I went to a performing arts high school, so in my community.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
On more of a minority side in my music theater classes. So
yeah, that's true. There's a lot of gay people around, but still, it doesn't matter. Like, you don't even know what it's like to be gay unless you are gay.
No,
it's hard to get the gay experience unless you're.
I understand.
Because you get discriminated in everything.
That I don't understand.
Even gay people discriminate against other gay people.
I mean, sure, yeah. I mean, that happens within any community.
Like, lesbians get on my nerves. No.
No!
They don't.
Why is it muting now? No, that's fine.
I love lesbians.
Yes,
I think. I don't know that many. But I do. The ones I do know, I love them.
Well,
I'm a lesbian lover.
Trying to think. I don't think I'm in direct communication with any that I'm aware of, but if I am and you are, I love you just the same. Yeah. Hey, I went to school in high school and college for theater and music theater, so the LGBT community has always been a huge part of my life. For as long as I can remember, I've been acting since I was 8 years old, and so.
Are you acting now?
Well, I'm acting like I have a good answer. So,
they used to be like, I'm acting like I'm having a good time.
No, I am having a good time. This is my show. This is great. I'm having a great time. I'm just happy you're here. I'm happy you guys are here. Well, hey, Wes, why don't you give us an idea? What else is going on in the world?
So, big shows, Game of Thrones, of course, and Breaking Bad. We all know that the Breaking Bad is going to have a movie. But we do not know if Aaron Paul or Bryan Cranston will be a part of it. That just dropped.
Oh, really? So it may not have anything to do with them?
Yep.
Did you ever watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Did you watch Breaking Bad?
Me? I don't know. No. I don't even know what that is or what it relates to. Although I think the Avengers, when you're talking about that,
yeah.
Is the Iron Man part of the Avengers?
Yes, he is.
Oh, good. Because I was in See, here's what happened was, since the last time I was here, you know, the day after I went into the hospital.
No.
Yes.
Oh, what
yes, ladies and
happened?
gentlemen. No, how about I was feeling so bad that day. I'm amazed. It's amazing I made it here, but I was like, I got to do it. It's television, or you know what I mean. I'm so devoted to broadcasting. It's a shame. So I was like super sick, but here I had. I'm glad I didn't give anything to anybody. I had the flu and pneumonia at the same time.
Oh.
So not only did I go in the hospital once, but twice.
Ouch.
For 3 days each.
No.
It was the worst thing. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. First of all, I thought pneumonia was something old people get. So I was like, maybe I'm way older. But no, here's what happened was. No, I had, which is so funny because, you know, I talk a lot and I'm on TV, but every time I would drink something, it would go into my lungs a little bit. So like, I have to go see a vocal cord. Wait a minute, what they call that? A speech therapist to strengthen my throat.
Okay.
And you would think since I'm gay and everything, I'd have a very strong throat.
Oh, why would we think that? Huh? You know, what if children are
because
watching
gay people
this
are
show?
singers. What are you talking about? Why? What are you thinking?
Strong throat of yours.
Why? We're surrounded by musical instruments. Let's talk about being a singer.
But funny about Iron Man, I think that was my first Marvel movie.
So yeah, getting back to I saw Iron Man. I watched like a series of Iron Man movies while I was in the hospital. And I was like, that is such a good damn movie. That's why I was so
Oh yeah, the Marvel series actually has very few misses. Going on like 24 movies now, and I'd say a solid 85% of them are still good watches.
Is that who's that guy who plays the Iron Man guy?
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, he's great for it. He's good.
Oh yeah. He even says, like, I got cast as me, and I get to wear this metal suit.
I was gonna say, so
yeah,
it's like he's just
he was meant for it. And if they had cast anybody else, I don't think that it would have ever gone as far as it did, because his personification of Iron Man is really what sold the whole idea of this generation of superhero movies, because before that it was Spider-Man, which was okay. We had your X-Men's, you know, they were okay, but Marvel's where they really started to get good, like mixing action, comedy. They're about to release one called The New Mutants, which is supposed to be a horror
Can you imagine
movie.
making that stuff?
I mean, yeah, you're locked into that character. I mean, that's why Ezra Miller is...
No, I mean like the people doing the video work.
He's not
like
locked.
the editing.
He's begging to keep that character. Like, he's not locked into anything.
No.
He's like, please, dear God, don't give it. Lock me in.
Right.
You
He's
know?
not locked into that?
No. Well, because it's the DCEU, Batman, Superman, Justice League. That whole movie franchise is falling apart. So
Why is that?
Because they're not good. So
The movies themselves.
Marvel and Disney, yeah, they are trying to play catch up instead of going for the same prize, but in their own way. And so they really stunted themselves. If you go watch it, it's riddled with the studio having too many hands on it, not letting the people who are trying to tell the story, the directors and stuff who are really behind the vision, control something like that. Real quick, guys, I want to let everybody know that starting last week and continuing this week, we are able to take Skype calls, and lines are open. So if you want to call in, we'll be able to hear you and talk and answer your questions, and everybody else will too. It'll all be coming through the same channel board. All right, so moving back on. Now, Pittsburgh, it's St. Patty's Day 2019 today. So
Is it today?
yeah, it's been wild out there.
Oh, I didn't even watch that parade on TV.
No,
I slept through it, and then when I got up, I still didn't watch it.
I woke up early, to go drive, and it's just been wild since the morning.
Like he just drives around.
Yeah, I woke up, and some people run in the morning.
Because I just love the hillside of the city.
Yeah. Yeah, just driving up the coast. Real quick before the show,
Of the
really,
coast of the river. And the beautiful brown Monongahela.
yes, right down through to the Ohio. Oh. What else is new, Wes?
Yeah, I mean, being that it's St. Patrick's Day, I mean, why not celebrate it with Game of Thrones? I'm going to make that a point every year now moving forward. Celebrate, that Celtic pride that way. So
How do you do
hence
that?
the hat and all that.
And your attire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Do you
are.
play
We
the
are
games?
decked out.
Yes.
We are.
Oh, I have
decked
it
out.
on Xbox, but I just haven't played it.
It's amazing. And they did drop
I mean, I
this
think I
week,
did a little bit, but
like the run times on the show in season 8. So first 2 episodes will be 54, 58 minutes, and then the last 4 will be like around the 1 hour, 20-minute mark. So
Yeah, 70.
I think I'm missing something. I should start watching this show.
Oh,
oh,
I wonder if
now's
it's on
the
Hulu.
perfect time.
got to get on it. Yes.
It is on Hulu if you pay for the HBO subscription.
I do not.
Well, you could and just binge for the next 30 days and then watch the last 6 episodes and get rid of it.
Well, no,
Right
see, because HBO is smart for people like me, because they know I'll forget.
Yeah. Well,
And
it's
then
also
by the time I
great
remember,
content.
it's too late, and I'm like, well, okay, then I just now have to keep it another 30 days, and then I forget again.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, it's 8
Well,
or 9 months
no.
later.
Certain types of subscriptions, if you pay for the month, like they may just have you pay for it and say, okay, this is good until the end of this billing cycle. If you do it on Hulu, because sometimes they will. Like when I had HBO Now on, and I signed up through my iPhone. When I canceled, I had already paid for the month, so I still got to watch it for the rest of the month. So that might
Oh,
yeah.
well, they're nice. Like people in, if they, although my TV station's like that. Although I also have a men's club, and I get subscriptions to that as well.
Okay.
But
Man, you're a hustler. You got
I've had
like
people-
9 businesses going on.
the way my system is, as soon as you cancel, it cancels you from the club too.
Oh,
Like, so I've had people cancel they pay for their monthly subscription, and then cancel it the day of, because they realized the payment went through, and they're like, ah.
Yeah.
So they decided to go cancel the subscription, and then I cancel their subscription, and that money's not refundable. Thank you. No.
Oh. All right, what's the name of the men's club none of us are going to now?
That's right, because we were taking a shit. Pittsburgh M for M. Pittsburgh M for M.men.
.men.
Isn't that cool? You get all these cool URLs.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm sorry, not URLs, but domains.
Yeah.
So you have
Nowadays.
.men for Gay Life Radio.
Uh-huh.
Like our station thing, we have it's called the Gay Life Radio Zone.
Okay.
So it's gayliferadio.zone.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. I love how they opened up those domain endings. Like you can do .band or .photo, depending on what your brand
Right. So it's
is.
good to get the good ones now as soon as you can, because they literally I had actually used to have gay or Pittsburgh M4M.com.
Okay.
But I couldn't remember the domain service that was hosting it. So then it expired, and I was getting emails about I just couldn't get into how to repay for it again.
Oh.
So I literally I didn't have it for literally just, I don't know, a day or two, and tried to get it again, and then it was for sale, not from a person, but from the domain provider for it was like $1,600.
Wow.
And so if you have a site that you have, so remember this, if you have a site you make popular, and then you lose it for 1 day, for 1 minute, then the hosting provider gets it again, they do some sort of math or something, then they realize how much it's worth, and then they charge that for it. Now PittsburghM4M.com is over $16,000 for the damn website, and that's just from the hosting provider.
Yeah.
GayLifeTelevision.com. Oh no, I own that. Wait, GayLifeTV.com. Somebody has owned that. Another person owns that. I know who owns it. The owner of Out newspaper owns GayLifeTV.com because he's still mad at me.
Oh, we're starting some fires.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
I gotta make the show interesting.
Fired.
Shots fired.
Right?
Shots fired.
We want to have something to watch. No.
Oh,
So anyways, he's still
gosh.
mad at me for leaving to go start Exotic Animal TV.
Warning.
Okay, so, all right, hey, you've
So
been
tell
one guy.
him.
Yeah, Filmburgh is on to you,
But I
buddy.
want Gay Life. Anyways, but I have GayLife.tv and Gay Life TV.
GayLife.tv is the better one to have anyways. It's better for branding. I got Filmburgh.com with the Pittsburgh H, and when I searched for it, Filmburgh, B-U-R-G with no H, was selling for like $8,000. And so I was like, whoa, I don't even want that.
Without the H?
Yeah, without the Pittsburgh H. I spent $1 on it for the first year and then 15 years. I have it set up to auto-renew. So I don't run out of...
Yeah, well, don't forget your who's hosting your domain.
Yes.
No, not
I
hosting
only
it.
use GoDaddy.
Yeah, hosting your domain,
Yeah.
not your website. Because you can have two different.
Sure, yeah. You could have two different providers. But yeah, I do everything through GoDaddy just because I don't want to put too much time and effort into that part of all of this. All right, so... Now, David... You've been doing Gay Life TV for about 5 years now, a little over 5 years. So where do you see it
Professionally.
going? Like,
Oh, well, I'm just starting. Other stations and things such as what I'm doing, they're literally all over the place. All
Okay.
kinds of stations. They all started the same way I did.
hold on, we have a live call coming in. Let's see who this is. Oh my gosh, hello, you're on Filmburgh Live.
Hi.
Hey.
Who is this?
Got down.
Oh, you got to turn
This is
down
Trish.
you got to turn
I
down
think I
your,
heard somebody. It's
your
not one of my
computer
haters,
volume.
is it? From one of my shows.
We can hear the live stream in the background. Can you hear us?
Kind of. How do I make this louder?
I don't know, you sound good on our
you
side.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You guys are really quiet, but let me...
We're
I've never
really
used
quiet.
Skype before. Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
There we go.
Is this better?
Yes. I also
awesome.
take it on my phone.
Oh my gosh, it's Bat Trish Crazy calling us tonight. Are you calling us from work? What are you doing?
I am. I'm sitting here editing the news.
Oh my gosh. Getting it done so we know what's up.
Exactly.
Nice.
Well, Trish, how was your St. Patty's Day?
Well, I've been here. I edited a new 4-1 tunes for tomorrow.
Ooh, check out 4-1 Tunes on YouTube, guys.
So yeah, I haven't celebrated, but I've been watching it and editing it. So it's fun.
Awesome. Well, hey, we can't wait to check it out. We'll make sure that we take a look as soon as it's uploaded. Do you have any questions for our guests this evening?
I just want to say hey to y'all. I mean, everything you guys have said is like great so far. I'm not sure that I have any specific questions though.
Well, you're just awesome for calling in and letting us test out this
Showing your
feature.
support.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're
It's
awesome. All right,
interesting and
Trish.
awesome.
We'll
It
catch you
helps to
later.
have
All right,
brothers
have a
and
good one.
sisters.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, our
This is
first call
right.
came through. Sounded really good. So,
It's nice to know you're heard,
yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of feedback. I wonder if there's an adapter that I can
regardless
get
of
for
how
this.
low it is.
Because there's a little feedback on the from the iPad there, but we'll try to get that worked out for next show. But your voice, Trish, sounded really
My beard
clear.
keeps sticking to your mic. Thank God I use really nice conditioner.
Well, I really try to statically charge the microphone cover, so if you have facial hair, it sticks.
You know, I think that contributed to my computer breaking too. I had this like wool skin jacket on today, and I took it off, and I was so statically electric charged. I was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yes.
Everything I was touching was static,
little
which
buzz,
is not
little
good
zap.
in my lab because you know we're all
I feel
about
like the
static
king
free.
of static electricity. Every time I step out of my car, it zaps me, and at night I can see the zap.
That's actually not good for your. It could make your computer shut off.
Oof.
Seriously, like it. You know, all it needs to do is change a 1 to a 0 along the binary path there.
Yeah. Ugh.
And
Change
you're
a true
done.
to a false, and it's all coming down.
And believe me, it always happens when you don't least expect it at the worst time. That's the time that it happens.
So I have a really big, I do have a big question about that I think would be really interesting to a lot of our viewers because, like you said, you have done, you know, you started this business and you've been doing Gay Life TV professionally for 5 years. So Gay Life TV's been around for longer than that, but you've actually been making money through it for the last half a decade. And so I think one thing that would be very interesting is, how did you get your channel, even just the name of it, in front of enough people to make it a viable business? How did you market it?
I remember I got approved for Roku on Christmas Eve.
Ooh, cool.
Is when I got the email confirming it. So I just decided I needed to be on a bigger platform, you know, that's going to do, because I couldn't afford advertising. And then I found out that Roku was, to have a channel there is free. You just have to qualify. It did take me a year to qualify, or like I had to, you know, I had to have real shit, so to speak. And you have to fill out a questionnaire. Then they talk to you personally and stuff. Well, depending on how big you want to go. And I wanted to have live TV and all that stuff. Yeah. So I had to qualify for that. So
so that was a process.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I did. Oh, so that's how I got it. So before I even got into where I had money to go into, to rent a studio space and to buy $1,000 cameras or $3,000 cameras. Yeah. Like before I was able to do that though, like I had started all on my own. I was using webcams and I have these kind of cameras. I was using these are lights that I bought at Home Depot. You know, I had made everything. Yeah. So because what I wanted to do was figure out, because I believe in the law of attraction, I was like, all I had to do was have the desire to do this and everything will come to me. And that's exactly, so it has to be a true desire for the law of attraction to work. Absolutely. So then stuff started just naturally coming to me. Yeah. Even the name did, and so everything started coming to me. And then, so I developed it up in my attic first and was already producing shows and got accepted through Roku. And then also at that time I was really popular on a site called Stickum. Are you familiar with that? No. Oh, there used to be a site that used really for webcam and doing shows and all that. Twitch used to be a thing called Stickam. So Stickam started Twitch. Oh. Okay. Then they went to all gaming mode. So it was exactly like exactly like Twitch, but it wasn't all gaming. It was just people doing their own shows. Okay. Like you had shows about smoking weed, shows about music, shows about Gay Life TV, shows about shows. Anything you could think of, people were just doing shows about them. Some were nicely produced, and then Stickam even produced shows themselves. You know, they had special previews and stuff, and we were literally getting over 1 million viewers a week. Oh wow, that's amazing. So it was rocking and rolling. Yeah. So then I had a friend of mine had known I was doing that, and then they gave me $10,000 the first time I got investment. They gave me $10,000 to go rent a place because I was like, I need to expand, but I don't really have the money to do it. Yeah. So he was like, what do you need? And I was like, I just needed space. Yeah. I was like, because I'm growing out of my space. Yeah. I'll figure out everything else. So he gave me $10,000, and then I wasn't even in my place a week, and then a friend of mine, who was a host of my shows, came to me and said that his friend is interested in knowing more about my station, maybe getting involved in it somehow. So he came and talked to me, and then when he left, he gave me a $25,000 check. So then I went and I bought equipment. Yes. You know, and then I started getting interns and people I know. Then I had people kind of working for me, where I started doing marketing, you know, to market it, and then getting advertisers. So then this is what I figured out too. There's 2 ways to go: advertising, which is a lot of work, or subscriptions, which is less work. Okay. So then when you have a subscription model, all you have to do is make the content and get the content. When you don't have a subscription model, you have to make the content and get the content, and also get advertisers. And then the advertisers decide everything you do. So therefore, that makes your content not as valuable because they're deciding it. So when you do what I do, where you charge subscriptions, then I decide, and you decide as the people who are buying subscriptions, because I love my subscribers because you're paying me. You know, you decide what's going on the TV station, and that makes it better for everybody. So it depends on the road you want to go. That's another reason why a lot of the stations are starting to gear towards more Rokus and smart TVs and getting away from terrestrial TV, which is commercials and all that. You know, it's a lot of stuff's going to subscription base because I can't stand commercials. Can you?
I mean, listen, I have...
you can't sit there and say you like them.
Yeah, listen, I will tell people all day long, sometimes I go see a movie, and the best thing I saw were the previews. Now, I know that that's a little different, but still, when I work, like, I do a lot of animations and a lot of design, and so when I'm in the studio working, I'll just put on some live TV because I pay for that through Hulu as well. And sometimes I really don't mind the advertisements. It's almost nostalgia. And so it's like for me, nice. It's not it's not horrible. But yeah, you know, if I'm in the middle of a show that I'm dying to see what happens next, yes, I would prefer to fast forward on my DVR.
Now I have in-house commercials that I play all the time. You know, station. Oh, you also have to do like another thing when you do a live TV station. You have to have station identification.
Okay.
I think it's every 14 minutes, every 7 minutes, or every 14 minutes.
Okay.
I forget. I have it like programmed. So then. And then also, I always show in the lower thirds, whatever on the left.
Yeah.
I always have my logo there.
Oh yeah.
Transparent. Just a little G.
Yeah.
But you always have to identify your station. So I'd be identifying my station. So I got all kinds of cool commercials that I make.
So, and you produce those yourself?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I produce it, or else I get interns to do it.
Okay.
Cool. Sometimes I'll pay people, but rarely.
So on your channel, your subscription channel, any type of commercial is something that you're actually producing.
Yeah, and then people pay me to be on my station. So like I never really have to pay for it. I mean, I pay a subscription thing to get movies, but you know, people have paid me to be on my station because I have a lot of viewers.
Gotcha.
Like we get 11 million viewers a month.
Oh Roku. Yeah, that's a lot of viewers.
I don't have 11 million subscribers.
Oh, well, if you had 11 million subscribers, yeah, you would not be here right now, but I would love to be a part of helping you get
probably
to
would be here right now.
Subscribers. Huh?
I would probably still be here right now. But
Probably,
I see so much of my...
You're a really chill guy.
I kind of see my... How old are you?
Okay, well, see, I love when I get asked this question.
Well, because I see my...
How old do I look?
You look like in your 20s. Or late 30s. Early 30s.
Yeah, late 30s. Yeah, that's right. I'm 42.
Are you for real?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm 32.
Okay, I was going to say early 30s. Yeah. Well, you remind me of myself.
Okay.
When I first started Gay Life Television, like I used to have a, you know, because I think your studio is really nice here.
Oh.
But, you know, I started kind of the way you did. And you know, I just see myself in you, which is great because the tools you have now are more powerful than the ones that I started with, which wasn't that long ago. But you know, with technology, like all the stuff that you're using here will be outdated next year.
Oh, yeah, in a year or so.
That sucks.
Well, and some things, it's just kind of it will be. 4K is going to be a viable video medium for a long
Not everything will be, but it'll start trickling off.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean? I don't know.
It's a good point when you are making equipment purchases, and I'll throw this out just like as a general Filmburgh rule. Don't go crazy with getting all of the perfect equipment. Find the equipment you need right then to accomplish the goal that you're working
and you can make,
towards.
if you have a camera and a webcam, you can be broadcasting.
Oh, yeah.
That's all you need to start.
If you have a computer with a built-in webcam and an iPhone, you can literally have a 2-camera live stream tonight.
Right. Now, here's the magic of it. You can have the shit... Well, there's two magic things. Remember, audio is better than actual video, even when you're posting video. Make sure your audio is always good. You're always going to win. People will accept shitty video if you have good audio. Yeah. And then second, content is king. So what you're filming or talking about, whatever, has to be interesting. Cream or rise to the top. So you could be like somebody who has like a really low budget show. Could be way ahead of your show, which could be a high budget show, simply because they're more interesting than you. Sure. Oh, yeah. Or else their content's more interesting. They're being real about something. You know, the rat race. And it's a magic. It's kind of magic to get, but if you can, but remember, content is king. So yeah.
At the end of the day, keep producing.
Have some information people can walk away with. Yes. You know what I mean?
You know, if your voice that you're using now is not finding its audience, just keep making what you're making. You'll find.
Oh, keep searching. Remember, it's a big, giant world. And then say you're just in America. Well, that's just America. Yeah. America, by standards of other company, isn't even that other company. I'm like so Trump in my mind. Other countries is not even that big. I mean, there's like we're small compared to China. Matter of fact, you could even broadcast. Did you know you could broadcast? Because you see on Restream, you could broadcast to places in China. There's stations out there just in Russia. Like Gay Life Television broadcasts to, it's called VB or VK, I forget. It's a Russian website that's kind of like Twitch. Okay. But it's like for people who make their own shows or do webcam shows. Okay. But it's on. You can find it through Restream. I think it's called VB.
Hey, I would love to find several other countries to restream through.
Oh, you can. You just have to pay for the. Which, if you're on Facebook Live, you're already paying for it. Are you restreaming through? Well, I'll talk about it. But you can pay for it.
Yeah, for Restream.io.
Right.
Yeah, you pay for the.
Well, yeah, they're in there. Just go into where you could choose where to restream to. Yeah. The choices, and there's some in there for Russia, China. So we broadcast to Russia that way. All the time.
That's really cool.
But you can't. And that's just that country. Yeah. So it depends on like you said, just keep on looking. But then if you're keep on looking and you're not finding, it could be because you don't have anything interesting. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid to accept if you don't have anything interesting, or if somebody doesn't like your content. Be like, because criticism is way better than compliments. So if somebody gives you criticism, that's worth $100, where compliments is worth like $10.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, because a criticism shows you where you can get better.
Like love them, like want to know more. Be like, really? Yeah. Well, tell me more. Why don't you like it? What did I do wrong exactly? Don't be afraid to ask. It's like candy. Yeah. I eat it up. I love criticism. So
because if you disagree, then you can just disagree. But if they have something good, you can take it.
Right. Well, even if they, try not to even disagree, because then you want them to be not afraid to tell you, but listen to them. And
I meant internally. If you disagree in your mind, don't be confrontational. That never works.
Right. Oh, well, it hurts sometimes. Be like, well, I watch your show and I can't even hear it, and you guys are so damn boring, or whatever. And God, what's up with your lights? Oh. Do you know what I mean? So like, if you have people saying that, or like, it's not that, but people will say like, your show's boring. Like, I can't even keep you on for 5 minutes. It's like, if you have people saying that stuff to you, like. Then you suck. Here's how you know how you have a good or bad show. If you watch it and you think it's good, you'll know yourself if it's good or not. You don't even need people telling you. You'll know. So you have to learn to trust your intuition about content. That's a big key factor in longevity, is trust your own self and accept if it sucks, it sucks. Like, I'll do shows and I'll be like, that show sucks so much. Like, but before I suck, you like that.
Like, even Netflix that hits it out of the park all the time, I'm always like, that show's not that great, because they can't all be winners. So, but that's good. I think that's.
But once you find the ones that are winners, stick with that formula. Yeah, that's a formula, really.
That's excellent advice.
And you'll know if it's a winner. Like, you'll know. You feel it.
Yeah.
It's all an intuition thing. I don't know if I'm using the right word, but...
No, intuition sounds right to me.
That's the hardest thing is... There's two things that's really hard to trust. Intuition and law of attraction. Those are the two hardest things to believe in.
Oh, I don't
Because they're
know.
so simple.
Law of attraction is so... When I hear it, it just sounds like truth. It's the only model of the universe that explains...
Well, people think it's hokey, though, and it's
everything.
not.
Well,
It's not.
that's fine. That's
It
okay.
sucks in
It
a
doesn't
way.
even
It
bother
sucks
me.
because it's too powerful, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, yeah, it very well can be. But by its very nature, you know, if you're utilizing law of attraction effectively, one of the first rules is you can't get in the way of other people doing what they're going to do.
Well, I'm trying to, like, I'm like a guy I like to master stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to master the law of attraction. And here's what I'm figuring out after my many years of studying it and stuff like that. And it's like, it's this weird click thing you have to do in your mind. So you have to literally be like, whatever it is you want, you have to literally think that you want it and then forget about it. Not like totally forget about it, like, you know, but like forget that you want it.
A pressing issue.
Like just go on with it, whatever you're doing to
send out your rocket of desire, and then trust that the universe is going to do what it does. Because I find when you start to say yes to the universe, well, the universe only answers yes. So that's why you have to be very careful with what you're asking. And when it comes down to it,
or what you're
every
dwelling
single
on,
thought you think is pretty much a request. It's part of how you create your own reality. So if you find yourself frustrated all the time, the more you invest in that feeling, the more you're going to bring that feeling into your reality. And I think that that is very true, because at the end, even if it is hokey, right? Even if it's just complete BS, the basic premise is, why don't you just spend your life feeling better? Like, why don't you just focus on feeling good? Even if I never make millions of dollars or, you know, wild fame and acclaim, if I live a life where I spend more days legitimately happy than days where I don't, that's a good life. And you can just trust the universe to open the doors that you're trying to walk through. And I found that true myself. You know,
they should call that prayer line. That's scrolling at the bottom of the screen.
Prayer line? Yeah. Yes. Okay, we're going to introduce prayer lines.
Because if we had not found Jesus, none of us would feel this way.
If you would like to find Jesus, call Filmburgh on Skype. No, I'm just kidding. No Jesus here. Although, you know, hey, if you like Jesus, we like Jesus. Seems like a cool dude. All right, guys.
Oh, you don't know? You should know him.
Do I? Should I? I think he's a little old for me, but I know I've heard of him. He's got a good reputation.
Too old for you. You like young Jesus?
Yeah. I like 6 pound, 8 ounce baby Jesus. Okay, you know,
6-pack
baby Jesus. So, okay,
baby Jesus.
Well, guys, one thing that I like to do is I love to ask our guests if our viewers found themselves on a desert island and you were going to give them 3 collections of film work, so like a full TV series or a full movie series or just a single movie. What are your 3 things that you're going to give our audience to stave off madness while they're on this island?
To stave off madness?
Yes. How are you going to keep them entertained for the rest of their life?
Well, I would say, what's that show on Netflix? Oh my gosh, American Horror Story.
Oh, American Horror Story.
I think that is like the best. Some of it's, I mean, most of it's pretty good. I just think that's really good for television, TV stuff. That's extremely well done. And the movie, you know, it's kind of like a movie. I love that show. So number 1. And the movie, another one, I would say 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Ooh, good old Kubrick. I love it.
And even the follow-up one, 2010.
Oh, I never watched that one.
Saw that one either.
Oh, it's as good as the other one.
Did Stanley do that one too?
I don't remember actually.
Huh.
I just remember
he
thinking,
doesn't strike me
wow,
as a
that's as good as the first one.
Huh. I'll have to go check it out.
They're pretty similar too.
There's. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
So that'd be 3.
Okay. I like it. I like it. I think that could work. Although American Horror Story may just induce the insanity faster.
That's what I was trying to say. I'm trying to
no, but it's good. It's riveting television.
Off everything.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So, guys, we have reached the end of this episode. I want to say thank you so much, David, for being here. It's been a lot of fun.
Great. Yes.
So much fun, learning so much, and your story's just really cool. So I hope that we find a time to get you back in here and get a status update and talk about what you're doing next.
Yeah.
So
I'm doing robotics right now. Really into that. I'm going to invent something.
Yeah. He was telling me we were
IoT devices.
Yeah,
I'm into IoT
devices.
Now. Yeah.
Okay, guys, a free flexi tripod, a Gripton tripod for somebody who can introduce me to a really interesting IoT device. All right, that's out there. On top of this week's winner, I think I remember this, so I'm going to throw it out. Blake O'Donnell.
Yes.
You left a comment last week. You liked the video. You dropped a subscribe. And I want to let everybody know we'd love for you to do the same. We're doing giveaways every single week. $100 worth of gear and tech. And yeah, all you got to do is like, subscribe, and drop a comment on the video that has the prize you'd like to win. So, Blake O'Donnell, you're going to win our Manfrotto Be-Free 290 Lite fluid head tripod. And
that's pretty nice. I love fluid head tripod.
Oh, yes. It is. It's a really great entry-level tripod.
You got to have smooth motion. I mean,
it's true. It's true.
Do the camera thing.
Yes. Well, and you know, sound is so important, but one of the easiest things to try to add to your videography is just a little smooth motion. It really goes a long way. Yeah. Making the camera feel
But it's a lot easier if you have a fluid if you got a fluid head. And don't, you know what, make sure it is if you ever go buy one, because sometimes they'll say it is. Or they'll say smooth, but it's really not.
Yeah, you need to test it.
And you can tell when you touch it, it's all squishy.
Which is why I always recommend Manfrotto if you are of the prosumer level or, you know, more entry-level professional. Beyond that, you're looking at, like, O'Connor's that cost, you know, $50,000 for a fluid head, so.
Shit.
Yeah.
I paid $200 some for them on Amazon.
But they also carry, they can hold the
weird
full
brand
vision, you know?
With big, thick poles.
Alright guys, so this week we are giving away another Manfrotto tripod. Now, this is generally a photographer's tripod, but we're giving it away because it does still have a fluid drag head on it. It just doesn't have the same type of handles, and it doesn't have a long base that you would typically find on a video camera tripod, but still really great. Rugged aluminum, super lightweight, and built for you to go with. So guys, new giveaway, just like, subscribe, drop a comment, and we'll be announcing the winner next week. All right guys, so news in Filmburgh. As always, please go check out our store. It's Film Gear by Filmburgh on eBay. And if you are in the Pittsburgh area, we are setting up a physical location at Miller's Crossing in the South Hills. They just opened a new location recently, and we will have a booth where you can get the best prices that day. And if you subscribe to our channel, you'll save 10% off of your purchase any day of the week that you're there shopping. Also, if you want to shop on our eBay store, please make sure that you reach out to us first. If we send you a direct link, we can actually give you an even better deal than the best deal that we have on our stores, which are normally the best deals on eBay. So, other than that, guys, that's all I have. Wes and I will be on a short film shoot on Tuesday, and that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll tell you more about that next week, and hopefully we'll have a little video put together to show you what it was like behind the scenes. David Stanton, thank you so much again. It's been such a pleasure.
It was my pleasure.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Such a wonderful thing, this broadcasting.
We love it.
Whichever we do.
Yeah, no, it's so much fun, and just meeting people, running into people like you in the ways that like it's been happening. You know,
well, you can make money off it. You figure it out.
Hey, we're getting
Go
there.
watch shows like this. You'll learn.
Yeah. Well,
stick with it.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and we hope that we have you back again real soon.
We'd love to come back.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of the day.